Hi everyone, so today is the backyard March garden tour. I'm gonna try and make it not too long. So yesterday was a bad day, but it made for a productive day because I had to keep doing things to soothe my mind. So here you can see the first bulbs with masquerie from last year. The white ones are from this year, and I have daffodils, and I have tulips waking up too. And here I have plants that I bought that I showed you on a small video. This one is a Perovskia, this one is a compact lilac. Here I planted bare roots, 3 alliums, summer ones. I think it's how do you say that? Millenniums. And here there's a Buddleia that stays quite compact too. It is a proven winners called Miss Ruby. In this part of the terrace I had pots that I took the plants out and planted them in the ground. So here we still have hyacinth, other spring bulbs that are getting eaten by slugs. Here that's a project I still have to tackle because I need to separate, like this one is coming from this one and it's going there too, and this one might be suffocating other plants underneath. And just a small update on my Japanese maples. So this one was from cutting from not last year but just the year before, and it's doing fine. It was the first one to wake up, but now look at this. They are all slowly waking up. There's one there. I have to be careful where I put my feet. And there's this beautiful one. And there's garnet just there. So that's for the Japanese maples. Here I have a beautiful Achillegia from last year. And I was wondering if I should put it in the ground or not. So for the moment it's staying here, and nearby in pots where it looks like nothing is happening there are hostas, and I'm trying to save them. And here it's bare roots that I planted. It's called Actia, 2 different varieties. This one, it looks like it's doing better, or it's just gonna grow much taller, I don't know, so we'll see. Here is supposed to be an astilbe. I don't see signs of growth, but it's maybe just underneath because I took one that was in a pot, planted it near the pond, and it is alive, so we just have to wait a bit. Here I did hydrangea cuttings and they're doing great. It's impressive how a little wood stick is coming to life. In this one we have a gardenia cuttings, the Claims Hardy variety, and in fact the plant was in the ground and I always seem to walk on it, not being careful enough. So here they are, but yesterday I walked on it again, so I decided to pot it, and it's gonna be better here until it gets to a much bigger size. Look at this hosta. I don't know which variety is in there, but it's getting huge. In this pot I have Hesperis matronalis. French name is Julienne Desdames. Getting very nice. I realized that I had it sowed in another pot that I transplanted in the ground, but it's a plant I love because I can smell it, which is hard for me, so I'm quite happy to see it coming back. This Gerbera is coming back alive too, as you can see. In this pot we have a Dotzia. I think it's called the Yuki Snowflake or something like that. It's a very low Dotzia, but I think it's gonna look great now that it's coming back, waking up. I realized that I needed to have each month global view of what the garden looks like so I can see the progress. So here's the view for March. So in this container we have a shrub called Ceanothus. Usually it's blue, but this one is a light pink variety and it had old leaves on it staying, and now the new ones are emerging, so that's good. And I have botanical tulips that I replanted here, so it's gonna look nice. I love this luscious foliage. This one is called like this. I won't pronounce it. It's a kind of climbing hydrangea. Underneath I added an astilbe that is waking up. I have a pink violet, and all these ones are purple ones. I'm gonna show you the small flowers. It's the end of seasons for the flowers. They're edible, I don't know if you know. Underneath I think that's one of my lily of the valley, Convallaria majalis. And I have a digitalis. And yeah, yesterday I added a chrysanthemum, mum, that's easier, and I left the dead sticks to remember it's here, but as you can see it's alive, so we'll see how it goes. And on the other side of the path I did the same thing, I think. I'm hoping it's alive. So we'll see. I didn't realize when I dug that I had replanted this poor little plant just nearby, so we'll see which one takes on. Here we have a poor hellebore trying to resist the slugs, and nearby we have Desdemona rose from David Austin, and just behind I repotted, transplanted this peony, which was, I forget it. It was coming through here in a place where I should be able to sit and walk, so I had to move it. And in fact the roots were really big already, and it's a quite young one, so I'm quite happy. As you can see, there and there and there, there's new shoots, so it's gonna look nice. So last year I bought a digitalis in a pot and left it, and it became quite big, so I divided it. I wanted to do like 3 parts, but I wasn't able to not make a mess, so that's one. And I have the other one in another flower bed. Here I put the pink hellebore in the ground. It's a beautiful variety. I don't know its name. I had it at a very, very good price, and it's doing fine. I still have flower buds, so I have high hopes. Here I have more spring bulbs coming up, and these ones are really nice scented blooms. Slugs love them, so it was a fight, but it's not that I'm against slug, but if there's no flowers, then the pollinators don't have food, so that's why I'm fighting with them. So that's a large view from this part, and as you can see, now I have bamboo sticks here. So what happened? It's because like weeks ago I went to Lidl and they had unbeatable prices on clematis, so I bought two, and one is here, and I think, yeah, it's this one. That's Hagley hybrid. It's supposed to be like able to grow to 3 meters tall, and it's doing really fine, and surrounded by daffodils, and here there's a blueberry bush, and so it's going to be able to climb here. And yeah, maybe I should have inverted the two clematis, but now it's done, so never mind. The other one I'm going to show you. See, the gardenia I was talking about, it was here. So each time I wanted to go in this place, I didn't realize it was here amongst the grasses, and I walked on it. So here is the other clematis, or maybe this is the Hagley. Maybe I was smart, maybe not. Yeah, no, maybe not. So this is Clematis Pilou, and this one is smaller. It's about 2 meters high, and these are quite high, but it's gonna look nice. I'm thinking about, so there was a salvia here and I think it's dead. I'm thinking about maybe one day adding a rose bush here, and here there's this poor thing, Mexican orange, Choisia, that's not doing good in this place. And there's an elderberry waking up here, I'm gonna show you. But just before that, I planted this Gypsophilia pink flamingo here, because it's been too long in the pot, so we'll see how it goes. I have lots of these little black spiders, really happy in my garden. Here's the black lace elderberry waking up. I think in the last garden tour I showed that I had planted these 3 camellias, and this one didn't flower because it was in a really bad condition, so we'll see how it goes. But there are lots of signs of growth, so I'm gonna give it a chance. Here, this one flowered a lot, but it did mostly like in pot, and I don't like how the flowers fade. I don't like the brown tones on it, but some flowers, they really look nice, so I'm wondering. But the best one is this one that had like 2 or 3 pink flowers. Beautiful. I'm gonna see if I have a photo of it to show you, or maybe a small video that I took for Instagram. So this one is also having lots of growth, and nearby we have maybe my favorite, because it flowers on and on and on, It never stops, and I don't want it to stop. It is beautiful. And nearby we have this thing. It's in the chive family, and it has flowered, and it's the most precious flower. Behind all of that, I have a few climbers. This is a honeysuckle. Each year it's not doing great because there are some insects that love munching it. So we'll see how it goes for this year. Here there's a second one. Each year it tends to stay down because there's no trellis or something to climb the hedge, but last summer it made a long stem that I was able this end of winter to make it climb, so it might finally do what I wanted to do, which is hide the dying parts of the hedge. And nearby, this one might help because it's called an Akebia. I can't remember the color of the flower of the one I took. It's not the usual one, and I know I like it. It doesn't flower for a long time, but I love the foliage. It is beautiful, and it's a very strong climber. I mean, if you don't want it to cover a big place, then you shouldn't think about buying it. It looks like it's preparing flower buds. Look at this. Oh, I'm amazed. First time I'm seeing them everywhere. Oh, that's great. Oh, and look, when it takes some rain, it's beautiful. Near my elderberry black lace, I have tulips waking up. They're coming back each year, so why not? And here is the strawberry tree. I thought that all the flowers had died in the cold temperatures, but it seems that they were able to fruit, because look at these. Here we have raspberries. This one is Autumn Happy, and the other one is there, and I can't remember the name, but there's one red and one yellow, and I know they bear fruits more than once in the season. I don't know how to prune them, so I'm just letting them be. And here is what I thought that it was a dead kiwi climber, but it decided to put on new growth from the base. So we'll see. I think it might not be at the best place for it, but we'll see. And it's a variety that it's supposed to be able to fruit from just one plant. And now I'm showing you something else, just to make an introduction to a beautiful plant that is starting to put lots of flowers, and it's an flowering almond tree. And what you're seeing right now is just the lavender, and something I hope is not dead. Look at this. It is tiny, but it is so packed of beauty. It is about knee high, and it's its second year. I thought it was going to grow a bit quicker, but I love these. How beautiful. Don't you think? I think one of the complicated things with gardening is to think about placing with sun exposure and also the flowering times, and not to have everything flowering at the same time in the same place, otherwise the rest of the time you don't have anything. So this one is flowering now, and then you have irises, and then there's a dahlia there, and there's also a rose here. This is Royal Jubilee. I had taken out all these plants from the shed on the left because the temperatures were doing better, but it seems that in about a week they're going down again. So I don't really know what to do, because this one is waking up. This one is not completely dead, not like this one. There's something coming up here. I'm not sure. It might be something we call Eye des Ours, which is not lily of the valley. It's a leaf that you're supposed to be eating, but I'm not sure yet, so I have to wait. But it does look like it. And here I have tulips, a dead Japanese maple, and here there's a gora. Here, that's a tree that decided to come in my garden, and I have a hosta that snails love. Let's see if there's a snail there. No, but it seems they've eaten the base too, so we'll see. And here there's a lovely plant. This is called Tricertis in French. That's a Latin name. That's my old pond. Another gora behind it that stayed out all winter, so seemed to be doing okay. Here it's a climbing rose called Strawberry Hill. There's a pole and bamboo sticks to help it grow. There was another climbing rose here, but the variety that flowers only once, and white. This is a repeat flowering and a pink one and a scented one, so I have high hopes for this one. Here I added bamboo sticks because I wanted to grow edibles, but even with me pre-soaking them and such, they decided that they didn't want to come up, like peas and other kinds of beans called fèves in French, so never mind. And here there's another elderberry berry. So this elderberry is called Golden Lace, and I have to be careful with what they write on the websites and such, because they said okay for full sun, but I'm not sure it's okay for full sun. And right now it is in a full sun position, so I was thinking, but where could I manage to transplant it? And I'm not sure I have a better position for it, so for right now I'm just waiting. Here I have rosemary that is flowering, so I didn't see pollinators on it, but I guess they do come here. See, it's nice to let things grow, but then you don't see what is what. And I just walked on this poor little one. I can't remember the name, but it's something that I decided to put here, so I have to be careful. Just nearby there's my sedum that is doing fine. Here we have Rose of Sharon, I think you call it. Here we call it hibiscus, and of course I left the variety name inside, so just know that it's a big doubled pink one. So after an Instagram friend told me that I needed to add more plants around my new pond to attract frogs and other wildlife, I decided it was time to plant my grass called, I think, Imperial Red Baron, and it's waking up. I also added this spring bulb called, it's a Iphian there, uniflorum, and the variety is Charlotte Bishop. The French usual name, French name I guess, it's Spring Star, and it's a variety that flowers in a pinky lilac-y shade, and it's supposed to naturalize and to like damp soils, so I guess it's a good place. And nearby I added pink forget-me-nots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and behind I planted something that I had all last year in a very tiny pot. I think it's a Godetia, but it's going to be a surprise. I added another one somewhere nearby, and we have all those cute daffodils, and behind the daffodils is there is the Hesperis matromatis, the very nice mauve lilac scented flower. So we'll see. So that's it from the other side. Just here I added pink callas, 2. There's one here and one here. Look at those cute pink flowers. So cute. So that's of them, and here we have spring bulbs, and here yesterday I added one astilbe. It's supposed to be a pink one if the tag isn't completely messed up, and astilbe likes damp soils. It likes also shade and part shade, and I'm hoping it's gonna be okay here because it's not easy to see, but it's here. And for the moment we have lots of light coming through, but there is my linden tree, and I'm hoping that between its shade and everything that's planted here, that's going to provide enough shade for the astilbe. Same difficulty with this fern. It's a beautiful one. It's called like, I have to be quick because I don't have enough storage in my phone. So this fern variety is called Ochanum, and I hope it gets enough shade in this position. Shade provided by this one, by the linden tree, and whatever pots I can put in front. Here I added this Achillea called Apple Blossom in front of another Desdemona rose. Here is just going to be a nice view of this latest garden bed with all the hyacinth poking through, all the spring bulbs coming up. Here I even have tulips coming up, even very small ones, and I added these plants here. Here yesterday I decided that I'm gonna get rid of this polystyrene thing where I grew strawberries. I don't think finally it's good to reuse this kind of thing in the garden because it breaks. And then I decided to move these that were just there, and I made them to be more centered with the door, and so now I gained this part as a garden bed, and I've been able to plant these 3 pink ones and I think a baby salvia that I took a cutting from somewhere. And just behind I transplanted this Tiarella, this Pulmonaria, and here I have spring bulbs, geums, Nepeta, penstemons, Arabetta, I think. And in these two pots I have fig tree cuttings from almost 2 years now, and I think they have rooted. Behind the Nepeta and the penstemon we have this beautiful clematis that is finally waking up and growing. Can't wait to see it flower. Nearby there's this other kind of clematis that is also waking up. I need to to help her to climb there. And underneath this potted Desdemona there's another clematis and maybe another climber that I had last year. I'm not sure if it's an annual or so. We'll see if it comes back. I also wanted to show you what's left from my beautiful spirea. It was all covered in white blooms like these ones. I didn't take the time, and it was raining, to take proper pictures with my camera, but I did with my phone. I'm gonna try and show you one in this video. Nearby we have a heuchera, and there are others that are hiding somewhere in there. Here I wanted to show you my two euphorbias, all in blooms. Here is the second one. It's a much darker foliage with chartreuse blooms, and I think it looks really gorgeous too. Here is the rose Lady of Shalott, doing fine for a moment, and nearby we have cuttings. This is a cutting of a Lady of Shalott, and this one I'm not sure, but it's a yellow flower and I don't have any other ones that are yellow in my garden, so I must have made a mistake. So this one has it's like 1 year old, and this one is just cut from this winter pruning. I can't finish this garden tour without showing you this huge surprise. So this is Penelope Lively. It's gonna be its first season. And look at this, a flower bud. So impressed. Here is my peach tree, and it has a few flowers. There, one coming up here, one there, one there, and two here. So we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to train one branch down there. This is Geoff Hamilton, David Austin Rose, and yesterday I decided to prune this branch because it was looking dead, and I have new shoots coming everywhere. Oh, even there, look. So it's getting rejuvenated, I guess you say. So that's a good thing. Here we have Abraham Darby, doing fine. How cute! So here we have seedlings, and here we have two bare roots that had been eaten by snails or slugs. This one is coming back to life. This one I think won't do anything, sadly, because it's my second year attempting to grow this one. And yeah, since last garden tour I bought with a gift card this short lilac called Miss Kim, and this fruit tree, which is a prune one, and a Perovskaya, and a Buddleia.